Hey John, is the family gathering held today? Yes, it is. You said the gathering is in the next week, didn't you? Hey, do you really think that you will be invited? What do you mean? You are a middle school graduate, right? She and I met at a high-level college. So there's no way we could have dinner with a low-level middle school graduate. I don't understand. Then why didn't you just tell me not to come to the gathering? You didn't have to lie and say it's next week. I just got a call from Mom and was so surprised. I even took the day off because you said you were going to have the first family gathering for marriage next week. No. Saturday is usually a day off. You are a middle school graduate who has to work on weekends to make ends meet? That's just like a middle school graduate. You really need to go to college and get a job. Like me. Are you talking about that again? If you don't stop looking down on people, you'll really get hurt. Hurt? I mean, can I go? It's almost time for the gathering to start. There's no room for you, and I'm not going to feed you if you come now. I don't think you know where it is. Don't tell me you lied about not only the date but also the place. There's no way having gathering at that shitty place. It's my wedding. I can't believe it. No. I can't believe it. I can't believe you're a middle school graduate and you're shamelessly trying to attend. I can't believe you. Education has nothing to do with it. I already took next week off. I guess it's true what they say. No time to be poor. I went to a good college and got a good job. I'm so lucky to have 2 days off a week. These days, I can work from home. I skip a lot of work when I work from home. I don't get caught anyway. You don't think you're good at your job, do you? Unlike you, I work efficiently. I just wish they would realize that anyone who says busy and wastes time is like saying he's inefficient and incompetent at his job. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think you'll be here today anyway. I'll turn you away even if you come. I'll talk to Mom and tell her you told me the wrong schedule. You've always loved telling Mom. Do whatever you want. I'm sure Mom and Dad would understand. Understand? I send money home every month. Unlike you who graduated from middle school and is poor, I earn a decent salary. The gathering will go smoother than a thankless daughter like you. A thankless daughter? I mean, you know. A middle school graduate with no filial piety who doesn't do anything for his parents. A family with poor people who live below our level. It's a disgrace not only to me but also to Mom and Dad. Mom told you so? Deep down they think they didn't raise you right. I'm the second and they raised me right. You're a failure, sis. Seriously. I'm done with that. Anyway, I can't come over there for work. I can't even make it to the gathering. At best, you poor person should work hard. I'm going to have the gathering over a nice Japanese meal. Hello. John gave me your number and I wanted to say hello. I'm Olivia, and I'm getting married to John. I don't intend to say hello to you, but I'd appreciate it if you give me your regards, just for a formality. Nice to meet you, Olivia. I'm Ava, John's sister. I'm sorry I couldn't attend the gathering. It's okay. I heard from John. He said your sister has no time for the poor. Or rather, I think you were right. What do you mean? Both of my parents are highly educated, and they are very academic-minded. My ex-boyfriend was from a low-level university, so he wasn't allowed to marry me. But John is from the same university as me, so they said yes. I see. So if you, who graduate from middle school, had come to the gathering, the marriage proposal would have been broken off. Seriously? My family hates poorly educated people. It's impossible for us to be at the same table. That's a terrible thing to say. But it's true that you're uneducated. You really are a middle graduate, aren't you? Yes, I am. Even if you don't go to the same level as us, you should have at least graduated college. I can't believe that such an excellent John's sister is at such a low level. God, you're so mean. I've never been ashamed of my life, so please don't fuss over me. What's that? You don't have a college degree, yet you can live your life with dignity? How thick-skinned and ignorant are you? You should know that that's why you're not invited to the wedding. Uninvited? I got a wedding notice. The fake one? Fake? That sent me the fake date and place for not only the gathering but also the wedding? Oh no, this was a secret until the day of the wedding. Please pretend you didn't hear that. We don't accept poor people at our wedding. No poor people? I'm the groom's sister. So what? Even if you are his sister or whatever, it's impossible for a poor bottom-level person to breathe the same air as us at our wedding. So please don't come. That's why. Poor people can't afford to pay for the wedding gift anyway, right? I care about you. It's a kindness not to invite you so that you don't have to pay for the wedding. I'm not poor, so there's no need to worry. How can you say you're not poor? You don't even have a job. Or do you work for some big company? I don't work for a company. The minimum wedding gift for our wedding is about $300. John's mother and father said they would give us $7,000. We're planning to save some money from the wedding gift for our honeymoon. Are you saying that you're relying on the wedding gift for your own wedding? Because our hobbies cost a lot of money. Unlike you, I'm fluent in languages and travel abroad quite a bit. The other day, I suddenly had a craving for spicy food and went to Mexico for a day trip. So you don't save money. I'm just buying experience with money. We have to have a lot of experiences. Smart people spend their money on things like this. You wouldn't understand. I understand what you're saying. I'm glad to hear that. As for the wedding, my parents have asked me to attend, so I'll talk to them. I see. If you could bring 20 grand for the wedding, I'll be happy to give you a meal. Other than that, I don't really want you to celebrate. It's okay if you don't come. Please keep that in mind. Excuse me. I don't know how you knew where and when the wedding was, but you came to interrupt our fancy setting. I was just trying to attend the wedding as the groom's sister. I didn't expect to be turned away. No wonder you were turned away. I said no poor people. Didn't I also say that the minimum wedding gift is $300? We don't allow poor people who can't afford the minimum $300 to come to the wedding. Even if you're not smart enough to understand, there's no room for a middle school graduate woman. Then no wedding gift of $7,000. I prepared it for my brother, but he turned me away, so I couldn't give it to him. Don't be so vain. There's no way a middle school graduate like you can prepare $7,000 as a gift. It's your mother and father who will give us $7,000. I came here and was about to hand them the money. Huh? Hand them? That's why my parents were going to give you $7,000 as a wedding gift. It's my money. What are you talking about? I was handing the money to my parents so they could give you a wedding gift. You're poor. How could you do such a thing? It's true that I'm not an ordinary company employee. I run a company, so I'm not poor. Running a company? My company is not losing money and I have no debts. I make over $200,000 a year. I'm proud to say that I'm reasonably well off. That's not what I heard. I was surprised when my parents told me about the restaurant where you used for the wedding. It's a place I often go for lunch. You often use it for lunch? Wait a minute. That place is really expensive. And you travel abroad, right? I heard you are fluent in languages. It's great that you're buying experience. I have villas in Australia, Belgium, and Spain, so if you ever come, please let me know. I'll give you some recommendations. Villa? Wait, you're lying. I haven't heard anything from John. He doesn't seem interested in me, so I don't think he knows anything about me. In fact, I didn't tell him. Then you really have money even though you're a middle school graduate? You really are running your own company? I'm pretty sure I make more money than my brother. But it seems that I'm out of the way. It seems like you don't even recognize me as your sister, so I think it's best that we stay away from each other in the future. Congratulations on your marriage. I wish you many years of happiness. Wait a minute! I didn't know anything about this. I didn't know that the congratulatory gift came from you, and that you're a wonderful person. Please come back now. Your parents don't like people with low academic backgrounds, do they? I can't let you turn this festive mood sour. I can't do it, so please don't mind me. I do care. You don't know about my education until I tell you. Let's be friends in the future. I've always wanted to go to Belgium. You don't have to do this. I'm not going to get involved. Why not? Because I got kicked out of the wedding hall. You didn't think well of me to begin with. And now you want to be friends with me? I think it's a bit unreasonable. I mean, I misunderstood you. Things have changed. Are you sure that you found out that I was running the company and you turned your head over to me? Well, it might look that way, but that's what it looks like. I've always wanted a sister. You know what they call hindsight? Anyway, I don't think you and I are compatible. Of course, my brother and I aren't either. So, excuse me. Wait a minute, sister. Why are you leaving? I mean, if you have money, leave it. In the first place, who's running a company? What do you mean? It's my job. I didn't hear anything about that. You just weren't interested. Your mom and dad know. What's that? It's not about that. It's about our celebration. $7,000. A wedding present is a celebration, not an extortion. That's what mom and dad were going to give me. It's my money. Originally, I wanted to give you a wedding gift. But I didn't think it would be right to give you a gift in my name that was bigger than my parents. So I asked them to pretend it was a gift from them. If you want to give them the money, I'll accept it. Just bring it to me. I don't want to give it to you anymore. I'm going to keep this money and give it to mom and dad for their 35th wedding anniversary trip. Our wedding gift. By the way, you said something about sending money home, right? That's right. I heard about that too. You bring $35 to their house every month after eating and drinking more than that. And you even ask for gas money. It would be more filial if they could see their child's face, right? Isn't it sad that you were mounting on me for just $35? I don't want to be told by someone who doesn't send a penny. I don't send money home every month, but I did pay for things like house renovations and a new car. What? I think the total is over $70,000. You're kidding. That's not important. I'm not going to get involved with you guys from now on. That's what you guys wanted. Okay, I apologize. What? So please come back to the ceremony right now. Otherwise, we're losing money. What do you mean? The attendees who saw Olivia kick you out, my relatives, they left with their wedding money. They said, how can you turn away people who came to celebrate? And how can you choose who comes to celebrate? I was relieved to hear their perfectly honest opinions. Without the wedding gift, we're losing money. We were counting on money from Dad. We don't have any savings. If you know what you're doing, come back right now and give me that money. And call folks back. I'm begging you. I decline. I don't feel good about going to a wedding and being turned away. I don't plan on getting involved in the future. I think it would be better for both of us if we just say goodbye. I don't think it's good for either of us. My boss at work is furrowing his brow, saying what the hell is going on. Even Mom and Dad are leaving. A wedding without a groom's parents, let alone his relatives, would be a huge embarrassment. I'm sorry, but you got what you deserved. It was Olivia who turned you away. You didn't stop her. I know you were grinning. I was watching from behind Olivia's back when I was being turned away. I'll leave you two alone from here on out. Please feel free to be happy together. Wait a minute. I didn't know you were so successful, sis. Just because you didn't know what I do doesn't give you a reason to disrespect me because of my education or to mount me. Nor is it a reason to lie about the gathering or the wedding. You should deeply reflect on what you did. This current situation is the result of your own action. Please, sister, I beg you for the lifetime request, please come back to my wedding. Sis, I didn't mean this. After all, I heard that some of the bride's relatives went home too after that. Thanks to that, the wedding was a mess. John's boss, who was watching him, realized that there was something wrong with him. As a result of investigation, he found out that he had been cheating on work while working at home. Now he is feeling ashamed of his job. The wedding ceremony was also in the red, as the wedding guests had left almost no money. They who made fun of me for being poor seemed to be living a poor life.